this chord situation.
I love the chord that go into the joint.
Man, you whack. Yo.
That shit be going.
Well, I feel like I can't hear myself.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Scalpers.
Maybe because we ain't did this in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We act like we don't know what we doing. Like, hold up, this how we work the mic.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly what it is. Motherfuckers is not putting folks on notice or nothing.
Is this thing gone? Yeah, we ain't give people no notice. We ain't say nothing like we coming back this day.
That's how I wanted to do it.
We just come back like, yo.
Go ahead and get the soft reopening real quick.
We back.
Right. And then do a hard push, and then that's it. And then that's how it's going to work. Thank you, everybody, for checking us out real quick. Hey, we back.
Yep.
Had a nice little time off.
Summer hiatus.
Folks was, focusing on life and kids and family and investments and moving back and all kind of sorts of things going on. Oh, man. And it's all great, though. So everybody that's, checking us out real quick on the Facebook Live, appreciate you. Of course, we at MZ Studios. New lighting and camera angles. And YouTube about to be cracking off in a hot minute.
Y'all gonna see us.
Yeah, it's going down. So, yeah, everybody that's checking us out, appreciate it. Of course, you know us. We are the...
do they know us? It's been a minute.
Well, we will reintroduce ourselves.
My name is Hope.
Right. My man B Simp.
What up,
to the right of me. Everybody know who that is, who've been tuning in. Of course, I'm Phil. Checking everything out, man. Of course, in the sports world, hip-hop, in the social world, kind of political world. We don't get too deep into that.
I'm not doing it.
He won't do it. I will. I'll do a little bit of it.
I'm good.
But, let's kind of go into, what's been going on, little light topics. Serena came with a cat suit. Odell Beckham got a big check.
Got the bag.
Aaron Rodgers
65 guarantee. Rodgers got the real bag.
See, this is, and we're getting to that a little later. But of course, in the hip hop world, Kanye back out doing interviews today.
We still talking about him?
It's brand new. I don't know if you caught any of it.
What's the news on Ye?
Well, what happened? There were a couple of clips I caught. He was out at a radio station in Chicago, actually. So he's in Chicago. Hanging out with friends, family. I think he's trying to get back to his roots per se. He said he was out there to work on Chance the Rapper's album with him. So, he's back in the Chi. I think even one of the younger cats, Trippie Redd, was mentioning that he was aware he was going to be there. So maybe, he could kind of touch bases with him too. And there are two pieces that I caught that were actually pretty important. One was him actually apologizing sincerely about the slavery was a choice thing.
Oh damn! I showed it.
Yeah. That and it's gonna circle around, and and I think a lot of it probably hadn't circled fast because it's at a local Chicago station, and sometimes it may take it takes a lot of shares to get that around. Right. But you will see it before you go to bed, guaranteed.
This is today.
This is the day I saw this.
Okay.
Because Charlamagne the God had shared it. He shared a couple of the clips. But that was one of the main pieces that caught my attention, along with him speaking in terms of Don C and how influential their relationship was between each other, and he was just basically pretty much in tears saying how he needed Don C by his side in times like this to help prevent him from going off the rails. So if I put it like this. It's more than apparent that this man has some things he battles internally, whether it be emotionally or mentally or spiritually or whatever. But on top of that, if you don't have your people that's been your anchors for a while and you fly off the rails and you got medicine and all that kind of crap mixed in, maybe your network at home isn't as grounded in certain aspects, but those things can all get entangled, and it's hard to untangle them if you don't have the right people around. So that's what I pulled out of that without passing too much additional judgment on him. But the other piece, again, still on a positive note, was, let me see, the apology about the slavery was a choice, the Don C piece, and it just having him more or less look and appear to be humbled. And he kind of hit it twofold. He said the MAGA hat wearing that and putting that all out in the atmosphere, plus the slavery was a choice piece. Okay, this is the other part. Even when he was at the TMZ interview and this and that, he said he was with people that honestly could have prevented him from even doing the whole bit. And they didn't say nothing to him. So it almost sounds like some folks that are probably employed by him getting out of his way when he go on his rants. But meanwhile, he needed people like a Virgil or Don C or whomever to stop him in his tracks. Like, hey, cuz this ain't cool. Like, let's get away from everybody. Let's, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. And he's notorious for getting away from the people to go do an album, whether it be Hawaii or Wyoming or whatever the case may be. And he'll put out great work. His work on this last project for himself was subpar. He kind of stuck it to Tiana Taylor on hers. I don't think he was in the best mental space to be putting out work in such a lump together fashion, first of all. And then a lot of it just kind of all makes sense because ain't nobody really, they talked about this album for, let's say the first week and a half, maybe up to 3 weeks. Nobody ain't talking about that fucking album, bro. Ain't nobody talking about Nas shit. Ain't nobody talking about his shit. We still talking about Pusha T shit.
I mean,
and Tiana Taylor shit.
Nobody's talking about any of them albums, but nobody's talking about any album because people remember now albums only have a 2-week shelf life for people before they're like, oh yeah, he did put that out this summer. I mean, Pusha T, Pusha and
that's
Tiana.
That's the motherfucker that lasted the whole.
Yeah, they got the most out of all of them. One, because Pusha came out first, and it was like, okay, this hard. Then Tiana came out last, so she kind of, you had a good opening and closing. But the Kanye album was the Kid Cudi Kanye album was super and Nas even came out was like, yeah, this album was weird making the shit. So
right.
He had a couple joints on there, but I mean, is it down there with Nostradamus? Possibly.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, cause let's see what Nostradamus. This album, I don't even know the name of this album. Nas' new album. And
it ain't the one that was supposed to come out. We know.
Well, no, he working on some new stuff.
I think it's just a continuation of what he was bringing out anyway.
I mean, yeah, because he had some other tracks.
Swiss.
Yeah, that he was doing, but he did the Kanye thing, and I mean, it was a 7-track thing, so it's not
a 7-track anything.
Like I say, yeah, if you sit there and do 7 tracks and you got.
You'd be lucky to get par for the course.
If you get 2 songs, then your album ain't that good because 2 out of 7 is not good.
Nah, and that's pretty much what it was on each one of those for Nas's and Kanye's. Like I said, Pusha was the one that you could roll that boy back to back to back, and we know Tiana's wasn't hers. That's already what it is. He mucked that up some kind of way.
I might need to go back and listen to Ye album.
Just to be sure.
Just to say.
Because we've laid off of it for a minute.
Well, one, it's 7 songs, so I can listen to that, driving from the house to the job in the morning.
Yeah.
And get that in.
And be
I'm not listening to Kid Cudi and Ye no more.
Yeah, and I just never been a fan of
I'm not a
like
Kid Cudi fan, so that's already, like people love Cudi though. I'm like,
And a couple other folks checking us out. My man Sydney, U of M grad from Michigan.
Go Blue.
Yeah. Nick, what up, though? And my cousin Maya, what's up with you?
Hey man, we've been accused by people in my crew. I've been accused of being a Michigan homer. Of course, I'm a damn Michigan homer.
Yeah, easily.
What the hell y'all think?
That's the easy part.
Duh. But they like y'all don't never show state love. I'm like, lies. I'm like, I'm probably the most biased, fair down the middle person. I'm gonna hate on Michigan State because I'm gonna hate on them. It don't really take much for me to hate on them. Kind of like the state of Ohio.
Oh yeah,
it don't really take much. But if they win and they do their thing, I give them. Hey, state ball, they did their thing. Michigan State week, I'm never gonna give them anything. So it is what it is, But yeah, that's been called out to my crew. Been like, yeah, y'all the Michigan sports podcast. I'm like, Phil tried to rep state, but me and Sherrod shut that shit down.
And a lot of that be primarily due to me and just my love for the Hoop Squad. So I had to make sure I put I gotta adopt the football team with it. I don't, what I'm saying? I gotta pull both. It is what it is, and it ain't bad. It's just what it is. So, and I still like Michigan to this fucking day. It just, I just grown to enjoy Michigan State football more, and then that's okay. I mean, not football, but basketball more, and that's okay. And anybody, a lot of motherfuckers be lying if they act like they ain't like Michigan State.
We've been owning them hoes the last couple of years.
That's true.
They can't get out the second round of the tournament.
Well, that's true, and that's an ugly thing. That's an ugly thing. I can't. My
homeboy JC gonna hear this. He be like, "See, Sim, I told you you can't go with."
No, when I tell you it ain't no motherfucking getting around that part, I'm dead ass serious. Ain't no getting around that shit whatsoever.
Wait till Sherrod come back, and it's gonna be. I told y'all, Izzo ain't. He holding the players back. Man. That's the one y'all got to worry about. He gonna be the one that kills State. I give him love.
Let me tell you how we ain't been on this motherfucker that long. I done sat there and turned the goddamn camera around on the, and I was like, why this bitch block out? I done hit the camera view in reverse.
You already you posting from your personal page, not even the Scalper's page.
No, I was about to share it, and then when I looked up, I was like, "Wait a minute!" I didn't hit the damn button.
Hey man,
it is what it is.
Look, y'all know what today gonna be. Today gonna be us just kind of talking, catching up on stuff, doing what we do. We ain't been here in a minute. We talking that shit,
and that's why I wanted to. That's why I said I'm not gonna put it on blast like normal.
Yeah,
I said let's get in here first.
That makes sense, bro.
Let's get in here.
You know what? Now that you say it, it makes sense because
Let's get in here. I learned from watching it was one of them Oceans movies. See, when you opening up a casino, you gotta have a soft opening. Then the grand opening. Yeah. So that's how I look at this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody back. What's up, Eric? Everybody back checking us out.
Shout out to people. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hold on. Shout out to Natasha in Houston holding it down. Natasha always one of us.
Oh, and no
she got another edition of her book, The Gransbury Gridiron Guide. You know, the first one was what was the first one name?
The exact title escapes me.
I was about to say the Gransbury Chronicle, but nope, that's her page and her online presence. But she got another edition of her book for all of those who, especially women who want to get into football, who want to know more but don't want to ask us questions because, we can be asses when, damn it, I'm trying to watch the game. Why you asking me why they lining up like this? Nah. Why they doing this? I don't know. Ask me a damn commercial break. But nah, what up, Tosh? She got her. She just shared that her book is coming soon. So everybody, please go out there and support.
And yeah,
our Scalper sister.
And yeah, I'm checking it out. Gransbury Gridiron Guy. Okay, I see that. No, that's the original.
Is it?
Yeah, Gransbury Gridiron Guy book signing. That was from 16 when I was gone.
Yeah. Then I think she made like some updates.
And it's just, you know how it is. Continuation, just make a couple changes here and there.
Actually, she just said it's only a few updates.
There it is.
Hey,
yeah,
man,
there it is.
She probably updated this new bum-ass tackling rule.
Well, yeah. Well, she got to keep updating this as the rules change and shit, too.
Exactly.
So that's the beauty of it. It's like a continuation album.
You're right.
You know how that shit is. That's dope.
Shout out to Sherrod out there. Shout out to Angela.
Yeah, man.
Our people, y'all get a full squad, eventually. Like I say, this is soft open, so
yeah,
we got who can get in today.
Run off the basic topics, and it's beautiful because a lot of people are back checking us out. I just see Angie right there, my man Vince, Terrence T. Thomas up there in the D.
Vince, the Patriots fan, right?
No.
Who is?
Actually, I take that back. No, I think he don't mind the Patriots.
If we got one super Patriot fan, I can't remember who it is.
Oh no, that's my man Barry.
That's who it is. Yeah.
Barry out and he out in New England. And actually, I was hitting up with him through Facebook Messenger, and he was like, "Man, when y'all coming by?" I said, "A couple weeks. We go hit right back, like we said before, right before college football season. Get that in, and then we'll be back, back rolling." So, and then MZ Studios made some beautiful changes, camera angles and this and that. So y'all will be seeing the things from YouTube and whatnot. And yeah, it's popping, man. So, but like I said, yeah, thank you for everybody checking out. My nephew up there, Eric Carter, what's happening? Shit, yeah, man. Folks out here. What's happening? Yeah, I see. Yeah.
To, the Hawaii team, they won the Little League World Series.
And word.
Shout out to them because it's got to be stressful because Hawaii was dealing with a hurricane. And,
You ever notice that happens often when it's like a city with
something going on,
catastrophe of some sort or a tragedy.
To take their mind off of it.
Las Vegas with the shooting. Houston with the hurricane.
Yeah, Hawaii had a hurricane.
Hell, New Orleans when they won the Super Bowl.
Coming off of the hurricane. Yeah, but this one was crazy because this is like ongoing.
Shit. The Giants with 9-11, they won the Super Bowl right after that.
Yeah,
I want to say,
yeah,
like a season after that.
The
or something.
Yankees was in the World Series.
The Yankees were in they were in the World Series.
Right.
There was one that didn't.
They didn't win.
Jacksonville didn't. They got far, and they still put the state of Florida.
What was going on in Jacksonville? I don't remember when Jacksonville.
Shit.
Florida got so much shit.
Florida had Hurricane Irma.
Well, yeah. But see, you know what happens? Florida gets so many hurricanes, you just kind of forget because you're like, oh, you live in Florida.
Shit, Florida.
You know you're going to get a hurricane.
The top college prize fucking mascot. One of the top colleges is a fucking hurricane. So that's to tell you.
Like, yeah, you just kind of know, like, oh, yeah, you know we got a hurricane coming in about 3 weeks.
Shit.
Yeah.
There's hot storms out there now. Shout out to Governor Gilliam.
Well,
out there.
He running for governor, I think.
Shit, he won.
He won the primary.
He won the primary, yeah. But it's hurricanes type storms out there right now. I saw Angela Rye. She was kind of, doing like an outdoors, finishing up the campaign for the day and all of that. And so they, that would be huge, man, in so many ways politically in the state of Florida because they need a lot of changes.
Yeah, that's already.
They need a lot of changes.
Wild. I'll show because I don't want to talk top politics on here because it'll just go way left.
No, I ain't going too left. No, go ahead. We ain't going too left because I don't feel like it. This should be tiring me out every day.
The new one, because the primary was today, it was, who said it? Damn, because I posted in my other group. Okay, the Florida governor candidate, Ron DeSantis, on his black Democratic opponent, Andrew Gilliam.
Don't monkey this up. Man, this shit is crazy.
I was like,
duh.
Wow, okay. You just say, okay, we just gonna step right out into it. Like,
when I tell you these motherfuckers are wild, it went, and for me, it went into like it went into like phases for me. And before I go into that, my man Spider is taking care of us today.
Yeah,
Dallas is
on the board.
Got the Mavs hat on. I forgot to mention my man Spider over there. What's up, Ev? Monique? What's happening, y'all? What's up, Stella? My real quick, Stella, my other mom. You know you remember them next door neighbors that you had forever?
Yeah, that if she see you on the block doing something,
hey,
she already got carte blanche to tear your ass up.
Yeah,
And no questions asked. She ain't even got to tell your mama that she told you up.
She ain't got to tell her nothing. Right. I wasn't sneaking no chicks in the house because Stella was right there. Stella ain't work till night. It don't matter. They all nosy. If I took the girl to the side though,
the person on the back side, they see.
They den the window to the den where they watch TV. Like even if I'm coming in the house from hanging out, and Stella got all daughters, and they like my other sisters and shit. Yeah. So if I'm coming in the house, you know what I'm saying, from partying or something, they just happen to be watching the movie, the window be open, the fan be going, and they just yell out the screen, where you coming from? It's them neighbors.
Don't say my name, homie.
But then me, if I'm drunk and out, I'd be like, shit, I just came from around to do the such and such with the this and that, and shit, that's it. That's family. So yeah, man, sidetrack like a motherfucker. But
that's what we do.
Just the point of the matter, Spider, Mavs hat, and then we coming back, wild ass politics. That's what I was gonna say. So for me, it's been like a transition of thoughts and emotions and shit coming off from the election, and then from being kind of like, thankfully you got like Trevor Noah's and you got, Bill Maher's and people that could kind of like soften the information for you. You got the D.L. Hughley's, you got your, and on the high intellectual side, you got your, Don Lemons, and you got Chris Kumar, Angela Rye. You got a lot of great people to, more or less almost like they cut your meat up for you before they feed it to you. Double pause. For two reasons. But you got people that can help break the information down for you in so many different ways. So that's how I know. That's how I know these gray hairs are really real, because I just be at work listening to CNN clips and shit.
Oh, you a good one.
Man, I'm terrible with that shit. And then I'll sit there and I talk myself off of it.
You sit there and just want to be ready to fight somebody at work.
Not anymore, and that's the point that I'm making, because there are some things that may come up, and then it's not always just straight political. It may just be, about like another shooting or some shit like that. And that always would get me kind of like fucked up or pissed off or something, but not too long.
Motherfucker you can't take an L in Madden, so you go back and fucking shoot the tournament up. You know how many L's I took in Madden over the years?
Yeah, against the computer.
No,
we ain't talking against other people.
I played college football last night. Yes, I'm still playing college football 360.
Yeah, I know you ain't gonna let it go.
Got cheated and got a fumble. Notre Dame came down and scored me. Yes, I did quit the game because I'm playing with Western, so I'm not taking L's.
Yeah,
and I done won 2 national championships in a row. So we
Western
not.
Michigan.
So yeah, I will just quit the game. I ain't, I didn't took L. We know about, hey, you up 20, give up the sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, you up 3 scores, you got to go.
Next.
Right.
You get your one possession to try to get back. Hey, man, you don't score on this one, you hop your ass, Pop-Tart, and let's get it on.
For real.
But yeah, that it was crazy. Like, I saw that, man, like, wow.
With the juice clip.
I did.
Yeah, so, that, like I said, it's certain shit like that halfway throw me off, but the rest of it, a lot of times you just learn good information about why motherfuckers is going to jail, about why motherfuckers getting indicted, and these are good things to know. I would just put it that way. For me, it's just good stuff to know. So that's how I feel about it, and it's not too overly emotional, and then it gives me a chance to hear different points of view, why not, all of the above. So it's been good, and I throughout all the mess, I'll just say I'm appreciative of the time I'm living in right now, because I was almost for a while, you like, damn, I wonder how it was doing the Nixon Watergate shit. Like, that shit, you think that shit was wild.
But we got to remember, at that point, only information you knew is what the media told you. You didn't have a way to search information.
Correct.
Now, because we can get information so fast and we can go get our own information, it's a whole different way of digesting it. Back then it was only what, CBS and ABC or NBC told you on the nightly news. That's whatever came out or whatever was in the newspaper the next day.
Yeah.
Or remember, back in that time, this before both of us was born, but they had 2 editions of the paper. You had the morning edition
and the night shit, because some
shit's
still happening when it's all said and done.
You read the paper, you watched the news, Walter Cronkite, and all that kind of shit.
Exactly. So for me, it hit where I always use I just base it off. For me, it's all through YouTube. I catch the clips on YouTube. I'm good, but it's like you'll see some shit and it's like updated 27 minutes ago. You like, fuck,
right? What
just happened now? So it shit is wild out here. But let's go back into some sports. We sidetrack a little bit as usual, but some of that shit be necessary, man, because it's like I said, it's a crazy time we live in.
It's also been the summer, so it ain't.
And it's been the summer.
We getting into the real ish.
Well, in a lot of ways, because you got whatever teams are gonna matter in Major League Baseball, or that's what it's gonna be right now.
Red Sox,
yeah.
Houston, New York, and
I think the same from last year.
I think Oakland is leading out in the West.
Yeah, they are.
I think so.
They are.
Why not just do this? Why not
just look
at the standings?
Again, this is the soft reopening, everybody.
Right.
We're a little slow with the shits.
Yeah,
and that's okay. We ain't even fully styled today.
It's Boston, it's Cleveland, it's Houston, and then New York. New York and Oakland will probably battle it out. Well, Houston and Oakland will battle out for the West, and then that team will battle with the Yankees for the wild card. Because the Red Sox are running away. They already at 91 wins.
God damn.
And we are sitting there at almost 30 games under 500. But we trashed this year, so.
Oh yeah, shit. We knew that was gonna happen coming into the damn season. So, it is what it is on that note.
We know we in rebuilding mode.
Tiger Woods.
Nope.
I was gonna halfway say something, but not really. I really wanted to mention, because what popped in my head is that he and Phil have this pay-per-view match for $9 million.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think that's gonna be.
That's
interesting.
in November.
It's interesting. I mean,
I think once it gets closer to that point, the buzz you'll get more people kind of talking about it, And it's like,
well, if HBO got it, then they go do a 24/7 on it. I'm pretty sure they might be able to do that. Because I don't
you know,
it'd be hard to say the 24/7 is strictly dedicated to boxing if they go do this.
it's a trip that the Tiger, and it takes you kind of getting knocked on your ass and it kind of being humbled and coming back. That like years ago you would have never saw this because it would have never been this. This is some friendly competition type stuff, but you would have never saw it because it'd have been I'm just in straight kill mode.
Right.
And, I like it. Tiger, people go, why? He ain't won yet. Like, dog, he ain't played real golf in like 3 years. And he's back on the tour this year full time. Man. And you are seeing, like, he has moments. Like, his problem is he can't start fast. He starts. Oh, yeah. His first rounds are always really slow. He finishes out strong. Yeah, shit. But if you get so far behind, you playing catch up. Mm-hmm. And if you start off, even, maybe 1 over par, you scramble the second round and make the cut. Well, shit, whoever you chasing may be 8, 7, 7, 8, 9 strokes.
Yeah, because it's 2, 3 golfers that are called a hot streak on
and he's battled back, and like he had the lead in the British Open. That's the one. He battled in the PGA Championship and took home second, which ain't bad. Because I mean, if you had told me Tiger would have in the 4 majors this year, he would end up with 2 top 10 finishes. I think it was 2 top 10. I think he finished top 10 in the British.
It's 2.
You tell me that he finished with
because one of them was like tied for 6 or something.
Yes, like 6, 7. Yeah, you tell me he got a top 10 and a runner up. I'd have been like, okay, that's good. You can tell he's rounding back into shape. He's getting there. I think next season, he'll win tournaments. He might, depending on where, like the Masters is always in Augusta. So he can, because he knows Augusta, he can get that. It's a chance. Mm-hmm. Depending on where other tournaments are, he may have a chance. Some places he just won't play well. I think he gets one next year. Like I said, I'm not in it to be, he need to try to beat Jack. Man, no. Come back.
Hell no.
Get it. Because
first of all, play a whole season healthy.
Yeah. If he get that one, the one will be the catalyst to possibly get those others. You got to get that one first to be like, okay, I've gotten over the hump. Mm-hmm. And now that mental block of I can't get it is gone. Like he gets that one, it's like, shit, I'm back. I know I can do this now.
And shit, points wise, he's ranked 20th.
Yeah, came to the season ranked like 300 something.
That's big, dog. That's big as shit.
Yeah, I'm with it.
And it's a close margin when you get down to that area anyway. Because next is the next amount of. I mean, he's only 19 points away from the next man up, 21 points away from the next man up.
Yeah, he trying to possibly possibly trying to get a Ryder Cup berth. He may get it, he may not. If he gets it, it's gonna be because he got selected by whoever the captain of the Ryder Cup.
I'm about to say by his peers ultimately.
Yeah, but like I say, he's 20th in earnings this year.
19th in earnings.
No, he's not.
For
he's
PGA.
Not. No, he's not. He's not that high. He is in earnings.
You mean world? Or because PGA got him at 19. So it's
no, yeah, you're right. He is at 19. I didn't have it sorted.
No, but in Cups is at 20, so it's all matching. But like you said, he's in striking distance to have a much more successful year.
First, he get this year out the bag. He like, okay, bet I know kind of what I'm getting into for next year. Let's rock.
And that's all you want to see out of him. Mm-hmm. Coming off the injuries, coming off the the personal things over the last few years, and really, honestly, I would say is more so the injuries has been more of a mental battle than anything else.
Yeah, well injuries will make mental battles worse. Because now you're not only battling, you're mentally battling
life,
trying to play in life, but you're also battling getting over the injury, which is why you see when players come back from injuries, they're hesitant, they're
overthinking, all that you don't want to. That's in any sport too.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So, it's going to be a lot more golf to look forward to. And then the beauty of it to me is even within that, and he still has years to play apparently.
Yeah, man.
But you've been able to see.
He only 42.
Yeah, you still been able to see other young golfers just tear shit up. Period.
Phil 48, and he in 12. He's ranked 12th right now. So
Yeah, and you know what, man? Phil is just one of them special athletes that just do what he do.
He got
ain't a whole lot to it.
He got a different game for him. You know, he ain't a power hitter.
Nah, he just play his game.
He just come out there, trick shot you up.
Yeah,
I like Phil because Phil be like, "Fucking, I'm going for it." You know.
And you know, but his risks are typically calculated throughout a tournament. He doesn't do too much. He doesn't have a whole lot of fanfare per se. Like I'll say from how could you put it? His name ain't in a bunch of other shit. To make a long story short,
he's been in other shit, but he in like super white collar shit. He like
okay,
gambling type shit.
Oh, okay,
that
I got you.
He ain't out there when
right.
You know, he was on some. He had some gambling stuff come up, and you know that kind of thing. But you know, he ain't out there. He ain't out there tigering it up.
Nah, that ain't good for no damn body.
Nah.
All right, cool. And then of course, before we went off, I was right before Golden State went back to back on them. 3 championships out of the last 4 years. Took down Cleveland rather easily.
Trash.
LeBron out in LA, living it up.
LeBron Lears.
And
formerly.
Pissing off Laker fans, and Laker fans are pissing
stupid.
off LeBron fans. It's a dumbass.
It's so stupid.
But you know who I blame? If I was gonna blame anybody, I blame both. But first, I blame the LeBron fans because you will see, Natasha included, talking mad shit. The paper, the ink still waiting on the paper. Let the man get there first.
Nah, dog, you ain't a fan if you ain't out there like, yo, it's on and popping out. Like, yeah, yo talking.
What was all them Kobe haters talking about? Like,
come to death row.
The same team. So, which makes it interesting, and you know, it's taking the elder statesmen of Laker Nation, whether it be Kobe or Magic, Jenny Buss, it takes them to calm everybody the hell on down. Like, let this man get
LeBron
here.
Get out there, start balling. And
everybody go shut the hell up.
Be looking like,
let their ass be in like fifth.
We always loved y'all.
Let their ass be in 4th or 5th place by Christmas or some shit, which is, it can't happen just because of LeBron, period. But let them be out there, you know, doing their thing like that and being strikers. What else, Sherrod? Being striking distance and shit, and you know, hey, everybody gonna be the fuck quiet. Make a long story short.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it, man. It'll shake up the West. It'll give West a lot more competition. You know, so sad for fucking Portland. And then
why?
They ain't no way they gonna beat LA. Cause they'll end up having to face them right in the middle. One of them two teams will have to face
gonna be
them.
like a 5 to 6 seed.
Yep.
Who you got to worry? No. Who need to be worried is
I say Denver, Portland. Them two.
I'm more.
And they've been working hard on these franchises. You know what I'm saying?
I'm more Denver, New Orleans, just because I don't know how sustainable. Like New Orleans had a run, but New Orleans also lost Rondo.
Mm-hmm. That was a blow.
You know, I mean, Boogie wasn't there no way when they made that run.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you know, who did they sign? They got Julius Randle.
Yes.
You know, they got a couple other pieces, but that's kind of this team I can see possibly coming back down.
The whole franchise.
I don't know. Minnesota, they got issues. They players don't like each other. Like Jimmy Butler be taking shots at Wiggins and Cat all the time.
He's got that old man attitude.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
I started to peep that.
I mean,
right.
I feel him though, because Wiggins, he is forever gonna be like a third option for me. I don't think he's ever gonna be.
I don't think
for him to be a number 1 pick. I think he's gonna forever be. He's a dope ass third option on the team.
That's true.
But I'm never gonna be like, yeah.
He does a few things good, but at the end of the day,
he ain't never gonna be my go-to guy.
Fuck no, his game ain't been tailored enough to be a go-to. Nothing.
I mean, I guess defensively he's all right.
Don't nobody really play defense. That's a handful of dudes play defense in the league. So when motherfuckers when they say that or the opposite, like, oh, such and such don't play D, like, motherfucker, don't nobody play D. What are we talking about?
I mean,
right
the people who play D, that's their thing. The
Yeah.
people who are total defense players, they think they don't play offense.
Right.
Like, we don't get on the ball at all. Like, look, we running no plays for you.
At all.
You going to get tip putbacks, offensive rebounds.
And if you can hit an outside shot, you're lucky to make one. Shit. All of this, we talking about Draymond fucking Green.
Well,
Patrick Beverly.
Pat Beverly.
yeah.
He was injured all last year, but Pat Beverly, cats like that. But it just aren't that many people who do it.
The Lakers, they do got a wild ass team.
No doubt.
But like, it was, people kept saying like, yeah, you got Lance Stevenson, you got JaVale McGee, you got Rondo. They were like,
3 head cases.
But the last 2 years, McGee ain't showed you that.
Oh, head case
you
wise?
going. I mean, people going off old stuff with McGee. Man, the last 2 years McGee played with Golden State.
I'm going off that damn ducktail he got. That's some crazy shit.
That's some Saginaw shit. I mean, actually, he from Flint, I think.
That
or
is
he
some
Flint.
shit.
Yeah, he from Flint.
It is some Flint shit. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It really
I
is.
got home. Two of my best friends are from Flint.
It really is some Flint shit.
And they got to claim him. We got a thing. We like, hey, if somebody from your city real just wild, you got to claim them.
Got to claim.
Because they make me claim.
Who's ours from Detroit then? Just like a wild motherfucker.
A wild.
Besides Derek Coleman. Derek Coleman's wild as shit in the NBA.
But nah, I'm talking about but see, Derek Coleman just super talented but kind of lazy at points. But later in his career you can kind of see that. But I'm trying to think who just do some
like
wild.
$140 million later he got lazy.
Like I can't think of somebody who just do some wild ish like dog, you wildin', or just some silly stuff like McGee.
Honestly, that might be, if there was a conversation about it, just to say which city put out the craziest fucking ball players, Detroit falls low on that list.
Yeah, because our numbers have dropped over the years because of just, we not put as many people out no more. But
no, not at all. I'm just thinking like overall.
Yeah.
I mean, the crazy motherfuckers is going to come from either L.A. or New York when it comes to basketball, when it comes to the NBA or Chicago. It's going to be them
out
three.
there wild.
Just wild motherfuckers, man. Pat Beverly come to mind for Chicago. Motherfucker, Meta World Peace.
New York.
That's New York, Queens, like a motherfucker.
Lance Stevenson, New York.
I've heard stories of Jason Kidd being a crazy motherfucker, of course, and he from the Bay. Gary Payton from the Bay. Cali got some crazy motherfuckers, dog.
The area.
The state of Michigan, I would say, just overall putting out NBA players, they don't have as many crazy cats.
Not in recent years.
Draymond is from, they'll probably put him at the top.
He's Saginaw.
Saginaw
a whole nother.
Saginaw as fuck. But that's what I be telling people. If I see something online, I'll be like, hey, I don't really. This is actually that guy. That's who he is. He grew up with this same mentality. This shit ain't just start.
Saginaw.
And that motherfucker got a lot of money. Shit. He be calling LeBron all out his name and they friends.
Right.
So the hell with that shit. So, and another great thing about LeBron, man, that goddamn school. That school is sweet as hell. Maybe want to get my high school diploma back and start over. That school was sweet as shit, man. Had all the shoes that he go auction off on the wall. That school was amazing.
The public school too.
And it's a public school. Yeah, I don't know how it worked.
I know because you had to be a public school so that anybody can kind of be involved in it. It's for like
take the paperwork out of it and shit.
Kind of, because if he, like, they were talking about like if he fully funded it and blah blah blah, then it would be considered either a charter or a private school, which means you don't get the same funding and things of that nature
from the state.
Yeah.
And
so
that's your base.
It was like a big thing. Like when LeBron opened it, he's only giving out this much money. Well, he can only give out this much money because of tax reasons and because of designations. If he gives more than that, the school loses its public school. It puts it into a private situation or a chartered situation. So
more so chartered than anything. And I love it, and I love, like you said, the fact that it's a public
the fact
school.
that he put his name on it, he's trying to do something. I mean, it's a bunch of people that are talking, but
and you know what? He already was doing a lot.
But I'm saying it's like people. Yeah, well, people get lost in the minutia of he's only giving this much, but his name.
He's minutia.
Hey man, I went to college.
No matter how long it took, we got out that hole.
College word, but you get people you looking for a reason to downplay it.
Oh, of course.
And that's what it is.
People were amazingly finding things to say.
They will find anything.
To
If you don't
take away, like,
if you
hold
don't, but you
on.
gotta remember, if you don't like somebody, you can find any reason.
To throw
In the
shade.
good to be like, yeah, he opened up a school and he gave money to these poor kids, but he's still A, B, C, D.
Yeah,
you
like
know.
niggas like Robert Ory. I still don't like Robert Ory.
What do you do?
Nigga, the finals in 05.
Oh, I mean, I thought he did something else. I mean, that's understood.
No, I'm gonna tell you what's funny about Robert Ory. This is a story, and I don't care. I'll just share it here. Hold on, my cousin Janita. What's up, Joe? Yeah, she said much respect. Yeah, to that school, absolutely. So so this is a personal story, but I don't really give a damn. So during the mess of my marriage, right, at the tail end, we was out in Houston and hanging out at her friend's place. I ain't gonna say no names or
No.
But the point of the matter is, she came back and her and her friend had hung out, and we was going through the mess of it all. She was like, this guy from the used to be in the NBA tried to holler at me. His name Robert Ory, and in my mind, I was like, fuck that whole ass nigga. I don't care. In my mind, I was like, I don't give a shit. She should have never got off D. That was all I kept thinking. Tayshaun ain't need no damn help on Ginobili in the corner. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't jealous or nothing. I was just having flashbacks of the fucking game.
That's a reason for a fade.
Man,
And you know me, I don't really need a lot of reasons to want to serve the fade. That's a reason.
I probably farted in the bed that night or something.
Oh, man, that's funny.
I don't give a shit, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't like Robert Ory.
Well, speaking of the Spurs, shout out to Ginobili for retiring.
Man, Ginobili used to get under my skin because he was so good. Only against the Pistons, though.
He got over everybody's skin because he hit you with that 12-step, Euro step.
Well, it was that, and then when his hair was longer, the flops were more pronounced. I was getting all the flop calls.
I'm waiting on Ginobili, as Bomani would say, waiting for him to come on home because
he there though.
It's just getting worse. It's getting
thinner and all of the pictures you see now are they pretty much there. He keeps a low, more or less buzz cut, if you want to call it that. But
I ain't saying nothing.
When his hair was longer,
if it happened to me, it's gonna be a sad, sad day, brother.
You better fuck that shit to the end, doggy.
Oh, no, I'm going the Brian Urlacher route. My head ain't made for the baldy. I know this. My head is not shaped for the baldy. So we going the Urlacher LeBron route.
That's real, though. That's real.
You know.
That's real. Shit.
And I'm going to go heavy base. No, I'm just talking shit. I ain't going to Beijing.
The Spice Out of Beijing route.
Right.
Right. So... But yeah, that Ginobili's career was magnificent in so many ways, man. Championships and got a gold medal. And I think that's the most impressive coming into 2004 Olympics. A dream team, or I don't want to use the term dream team because that shit faded, several Olympics ago. Anyway, coming into a star-studded, gold medal match against AI, Duncan, the younger.
That team was pretty trash.
A younger, as a team it was. As a team it was terrible. A younger Wade, Carmelo.
Yeah, cause they was our rookies. Carmelo, Wade, and LeBron.
Man.
We had like Van Baker over there, Tim Duncan, AI.
Van Baker was on that team? He couldn't have been on that team.
Hold up.
Because Ben Baker was fat by then.
That's why we got the gold.
Richard Jefferson was on there.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Pull this up because I'm drawing a blank. I don't know how many people I named so far. Fuck.
Hold up.
Other point guards. Was Jason Kidd on that motherfucker? Michael Redd might have been on that one.
It was Iverson, Marbury, D-Wade, Carlos Boozer, Anthony, LeBron, Emeka Okafor, Sean Marion, Stoudemire, Tim Duncan, Lamar Odom, and Richard Jefferson.
That's rough.
That's rough.
That's a rough Olympic team.
That's rough.
I mean, you got, especially at that point, because LeBron was LeBron, but like the rest of them, you saw the flash, like, okay, they're going to be good. But pretty much it was Iverson and Tim Duncan.
There was no cohesion.
That's who your guys was. I mean, dude, you had Carlos Boozer on the Olympic team.
And honestly, an Iverson doesn't fit well in that setting.
Stephon Marbury, although Marbury my G, but
It's just
think about this.
And truth be told, Iverson kind of dominated from being, as far as being like the go-to scorer on that Olympic team. You can't even say like who's the ball distributor. That's the problem. Who controlled the tempo? By the time AI would control the tempo, the game be damn near so latent too. For the games that mattered, I'll put it that way, because they still they didn't have like an extreme. They had a couple close games, but
they won the bronze.
It just came down to them fucking Argentina, man. That's what Argentina it all boiled down to. And it was gonna come down to the U.S., Argentina, and Spain. Spain was actually, I will say, Spain was the biggest concern to me at that moment, and of course in 2008. But even at that point in time, Spain was putting cats, into summer league and getting on NBA teams and shit, and everybody was knowing how to play with each other since they was kids, and all that was beautiful. But Argentina was doing the same thing, whether it be Scola and Ginobili. Like, who else is on that team? I know them two names stood out for sure.
Argentina,
but they had maybe one other guy, because everybody else was Spain, like Rudy Fernandez, the Gasols. They had one other cat, I can't remember his name, but to make a long story short, and then of course Rubio later in the 2008 Olympics. But that was
Rubio like coming out like, yo.
And they kept their hands on Rubio out there.
Mm-hmm.
They kept their hands on Rubio out there.
Because when he going into it, people was like, yo, this dude Rubio, he going to be the next.
That motherfucker cold.
They was like, he going to be the next.
He was.
And he was like.
He's still really good.
He was like 17 at that point.
And he was killing that ass.
Yeah, he was mad.
And straight ball distributor, magician with the basketball, all of that good stuff. But the 04 team is, it looks great on paper. It looks fun, but Carlos Boozer, man, like it wasn't no real defender. It wasn't no ball stopper. Kind of like even with the 08 team, you knew Tayshaun could get on their best scorer and use his length type shit like that, and he ain't worried about scoring. Same concept with, of course LeBron's gonna do everything in the world, but then the best Olympian that we've ever seen, just honestly, was Carmelo, and then that motherfucker came alive in the Olympics like
always.
Crazy. Yeah, so and I guess he only really hoops well in the summer, because his highlights be crazy with these pickup games.
Hoodie Mello.
Yeah, hoodie or not, honestly. He just goes hard in the summertime. So I don't know what that's all about. Nonetheless, I'm here. I love it. But shit, man. Let's talk some football. We can talk college last.
Yeah.
I ain't got a lot to say about the NFL because, it's
preseason.
It's preseason. Fuck Jerry Jones, and I'm in Dallas. Worst case scenario, he'll find out somebody that could turn my motherfucking internet off or somebody. Maybe he knows.
You got AT&T?
Yeah, he knows. Right. That's the worst case scenario.
I don't want no smoke. I don't need no AT&T smoke right now.
Fuck both of the Joneses, him and the son.
I got AT&T. I don't need that smoke.
I know, man, but they kiss my ass. I'm end up with Verizon or something. They kissed my ass, man, and then they had this Dak Prescott mural down at Deep Ellum with the "Get Out" tears. You big dumbass.
Damn, I wish Angie was here.
She gonna be back, and she ain't done with the topic by far.
Oh no, because Andy was online going in,
and then she tried to give him a little.
She shot him bail this week, but
a little bit.
The reason why I'm not going there.
People got to know, Simp. His dingling was all on the internet and shit, man. That ain't our fault. We ain't take the picture. I ain't even seen it. I just saw the captions. I saw her, she filled up the whole, I got the black background on Facebook. She filled the whole thing up with a comment, and that's what I got out of it. Dak Prescott dick is all over the place on the internets, and I ain't got nothing to do with all that, but motherfucker's an idiot. So this is gonna be the year where you find out if he is actually a good quarterback. That's the question. That's gonna be the question.
Yeah, third
year. No quote unquote Dez Bryant as a distraction. Jason Witten is gone, which is your safety net. And just your anchor when it came down to it. Even, of course, Romo years as well, and even when Romo would be hurt, whoever else plays, shit, you can't see shit out there. This man runs his routes, perfectly.
Zeke gonna be there.
Zeke is healthy.
Hopefully the whole season without no BS.
Yeah, I don't see no BS coming around the corner for him.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not as well, just for, life's sake. But, him being healthy, and is the line go perform the same fucking way?
Nope, because they already got injuries. Travis Frederick out right now because he got like some kind of medical condition that he's dealing with. They dealing with injuries, the stuff that they hadn't been dealing with.
Right.
That was their most consistent thing. Of hey, they're the best thing you can be is available.
Right.
Football, and if your offensive line stay healthy, that's a big feather in your hat.
Yeah.
Now their biggest strength right now is looking like we don't know what everybody gonna be. Are they gonna be out there?
Mm-hmm.
So,
and like we mentioned before we got started, a couple of big contracts got signed. Of course, Odell Beckham got $65 million guaranteed. I chatted with a cat. I forget who I was talking to. Might have been my man Collins, but somebody I talked to. But the point of the matter is, it's more than his production on the field for that. It's the fucking sales of his jersey. It's the fact that they are primarily relevant due to him.
Yeah,
the fucking organization.
But I mean, I can see people have been talking all the time, about why you possibly wouldn't have gave him all of the money like that. And I mean, he's earned it, but you worried about will he continue to earn it? You know how it be. A lot of players.
Oh, that's always
you get that big contract, and will they?
That's always going to be. That's just business, though.
Right.
You always want to be concerned about that in business. I get that, but at the same token, for that man and the caliber of a ball player that he has been, he's and honestly, aside from them couple of on the field issues with him and Josh Norman, them couple of little times, and him and that the kicker's net type shit. Like, aside from that, he don't have like no bad reputation out there. They caught it. They had him in a picture on a boat one time. Who fucking cares? They see him at nightclubs. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, he had a picture with a white substance in the picture. Mm-hmm.
And that's okay if they can't prove what the substance is.
Yeah, but if it's that nose candy, I don't know if I want my star receiver on the nose candy. I don't think it was that.
The playmaker spent
I was about to say
it worked for Dallas.
It worked for that motherfucker.
They had a whole White House.
A lot of other motherfuckers too.
They had a whole Dallas White House.
Right. So it is what it is. Did you pass the drug screening, brother? All right, keep it moving. So there really isn't anything you can say. There's nothing on paper bad about this cat, for real. And the rest of it is just, like I said, it's the jersey sales. He makes the team, the organization relevant. And don't nobody talk about Eli. Big Cruz gone. They talking about Odell Beckham. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about Apple like that. He young, but it's Odell Beckham fucking team when it's all said and done. And granted, he may not be what they look for as a leader. If he was like the leader of the team too, they can tack $10 more million on that shit.
He a receiver.
Yeah, but him being
more often than not, your receiver ain't never gonna be the leader.
Right. So
more often than not. Arizona, you got Larry Fitzgerald. That's a whole different.
And he's like elder statesman shit too.
But he's always kind of been that kind of person though. Larry Fitzgerald has been a
on the
leadership
field,
type since he's been in the league.
That dude's gonna end up in government somehow.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt that either. It's fucking great
some
college
kind of
career, all of that shit, man. And just a great guy at the end of the day. There's not many people in sports that can handle all of that and do it with grace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the big difference with it. Not a lot of people could do that. But like we said earlier, and everybody know who have been paying attention to football the last 24 hours, Aaron Rodgers. What is it, 102 guaranteed?
I think 102 guaranteed.
140.
It's 130 34 million contract, but it can be worth up to like 180 if he hits
Aaron
like
Rodgers.
incentives.
Aaron Rodgers, man, earned every penny of that.
Yeah.
Because
he consistent.
Consistency, same thing. Green Bay ain't even relevant without Aaron Rodgers. Shit. That division ain't shit without Aaron Rodgers. He sets the bar for the entire division.
Personally, I don't care if he's not there.
Of course you don't.
That makes my road a little bit simpler.
Right. Like when he was injured last year.
I'm all about self-preservation.
Yeah.
And I don't really give a damn. I think people like, you ain't had to go through. I don't care.
Nah, yeah.
This person got hurt. That person got hurt. Guess what? It don't matter. Dub is a dub.
Is a fucking dub. So when all that's said and done, you know, congratulations to him and Danica Patrick.
Oh yeah, he is.
And he co-owner of the Bucks. The fucking Milwaukee Bucks, dog.
Oh, I ain't know that. That's new.
He co-owner. He got a small minority ownership.
Got him a little
in the
Jay-Z
Bucks.
percentage.
Yup. And I noticed it in the playoff run because him and Danica were at the games together a lot and all that kind of stuff. And I kept wondering, like, why they keep showing this, man? Shit.
Makes sense.
Got a stake in the fucking franchise. Makes a whole lot of sense. I've been here all this long. He ain't no flashy cat. Invest that bread, and it's a great thing. And they're of course they're relevant again. So there you go.
They are.
So you got that part, and then you know the rest of it is teams, NFL teams are getting their rosters together and all of those shit.
This week is the worst week of football ever because it's game 4 of the preseason. So all you about to see is all of the true bottom of the barrel. Okay, now let me say that. Let me change that. The people you're going to see this week, they're probably not going to make the team they're on. They're playing to showcase for other teams who are going to be looking at the waiver wires and stuff and be like, hey, you're a good receiver. Your team just has too many other good receivers that we're already paying a lot of money to. Right. But we can use you, so we can pick you up off the waiver wire because you bought, we saw what you did in preseason. That's what this week is for. This week is for the super young guys you may not make a active roster, but you playing for practice team spots. You're playing for, like I said, you're playing for your coaches to see you, but for everybody else to see you too.
Exactly.
So,
and yeah, and that's just pretty much it when it comes to that. And it'll get back in full swing.
Teddy Bridgewater got traded.
Yeah, he's out in New Orleans. I saw that.
I ain't mad backing up Drew Brees.
Fuck no.
Because if you
a Saints fan, you better be fucking happy that you got this kid.
Drew Brees Drew Brees is pretty reliable. He, all it takes is one injury, but Drew Brees ain't really had injuries since he was in San Diego.
Right.
But Teddy Bridgewater can play this pretty good if you get on and you get behind Drew Brees. Drew Brees only got about 2 more years.
Yeah, he's damn near 40.
Yeah, you get on and show your thing, do what you do. And you back up Drew Brees, you show that you can take the helm from him.
That's all it is.
Now the Saints don't have to use a first-round pick on a quarterback. You already got a quarterback on your roster who's still young and who can step in. You've seen that he can play. Mm-hmm. He's going to come on the cheap. He ain't like he's making a bunch of bread. So you might have, with trading for Bridgewater, you might have your quarterback of the future.
That's what they hold
already in the cut.
That makes so much sense. That's like a luxury for them.
New Orleans tried to do it with Garoppolo.
Oh, right.
But it became a situation of, well, damn, Tom Brady is just going to play forever. Plus,
you mean New England?
That's what did I say?
You said New Orleans. It's
same difference. It was the new.
It was the new, then it was a fucking vowel.
Yeah, but they tried to hold, but then at that same time, Garoppolo was damn near about to be a backup making $17 to $20 million, and you just can't have a lot of your cap tied up into not only your starter but your backup quarterback. So plus that was a whole ownership. Hey, Brady, my guy, and so you better get rid of this dude and get what you can get from him.
However long Brady want to play, he gonna play. He gonna get Brady fucked up out there.
No, because Brady don't get hit. Brady get the ball out of his damn hands. Plus, with the way the rules are now, if he do get touched, it's gonna be.
I'm just speaking in terms of being over 40, and that motherfucker's slow.
He was, and I think he won MVP last year.
That motherfucker's slow.
He's always been slow.
And
he was slow at Michigan.
He gonna get his ass toe up out there.
And guess what he gonna do? He gonna sidestep a sack. he gonna hit a little 8-yard slant that go 27 yards. Keep the chains moving, and that's what he gonna do. And you're gonna be looking like at the end of the season, you're gonna be like, damn, Brady had 4,700 yards, or
Yeah, and majority of his shit be after the fucking catch.
Don't matter.
No, it don't matter. But I'm just saying,
all they gotta do is throw the ball and make the connection. Yeah. Hey, do what you do after that.
Yeah, they make that motherfucker look good. They make him look. They make him look good. That'd be my whole.
Okay, you don't. Okay, this one I'm like people say you don't get 5 Super Bowls by accident.
No, it's a whole goddamn team.
Yeah, but it ain't like the first 2. You could have been like, okay, Brady was more of a caretaker, and he just kind of. The other one, Brady did his damn thing in them games,
and he got a whole team of motherfuckers that was right there. Oh fuck yeah! And they had an amazing defense. Their defenses were nasty.
Early Patriots. These last few Patriots.
Not the last few. No. Yeah. Not the last
rings 3, 4, and 5. That was Brady in the offense.
3 was still a good defense.
That was kind of like the middle point, but you start seeing Brady coming to his own. 4 and 5, Brady was up here.
Completion percentage like a motherfucker. That was shit. That more than anything is, and just having trust in your receivers and your huge fucking tight end running a route. If
you want to say anything, like the game he's lost 3 Super Bowls? Yeah, because he lost 2 against the Giants. The game he lost against the Giants, the first one time they lost against the Giants, he had scored the game-winning touchdown to Randy Moss. They have, defense let him down that game, and then but you also got super catch and all of that other stuff.
There's a lot of other shit going on.
Yeah, so it's always a team game, but Brady still go out there and ball. I'm looking forward to this season. I'll be more into football and the NFL next week. It's college football week. I don't give a damn about the NFL right now.
I'm watching college football fucking period. I don't give a fuck about the NFL at all. Personally, I'm not gonna say I ain't watching no games, but I can give 2 shits. I ain't rushing home no games. I ain't setting my motherfucking schedule around no games. It is what it is. I'll give a fuck if the league fold in 10 years. I don't care. It's entertainment. I don't care.
It is.
Better football is always on Saturday.
It is.
And Friday nights. And some Thursday nights if you lucky. It depends on who's playing. Shit, it might be against some mid-major conference is playing tonight, I'm sure.
No. Well, you had games last week.
It was a couple. Yeah, it was a couple games.
What they call week 0.
Yep. A couple though. I saw that too.
But this week is the real week. Last week was like Wyoming against this thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Probably
Jacksonville State versus
probably played this shit.
Versus like some like North Carolina A&T or something like that.
My man. Okay. Since we in college football, not to go too far into other shit like Ohio State and Nick Saban hate and shit. What else is out there hot topic wise? Oh, Maryland. Not to go too deep into that shit. We're going to only stay on for 11 minutes, 10 minutes anyway. We'll get off at 9:30 Central Standard. What? Tell me about this Michigan Notre Dame game, nigga. I'm ready. You tell me, though. You give me.
You know I'm going to take the homer side of it.
No, it ain't that. It's all about the why.
Low key, this is a good opening game because Michigan and Notre Dame.
First of all, I've been waiting on this game for 4 fucking years.
Yeah, because they ended it.
First and foremost, and we had that conversation before. Nigga. I was kind of upset.
But these 2 teams that are very similar. They should be getting ready to take the next step. Like you look at them every year and be like, they should be at this level.
Both or just Michigan?
Both.
Okay.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame get classes. Notre Dame last year they was top 10, top 15. Most of the year, they lost the game against Georgia, and they lost against Miami. I think they had like maybe 2, maybe 3 losses at the tops. Michigan fell back to earth last year after the first 2 years under Harbaugh, where they won 10 games both years, which is amazing that the narrative of the first 2 years with a new coach, you won 10 games and you trash.
That's weird.
But that's more expectations and everything. But I come in my first year, I win 10 games. My second year, we win 10 games. And third year, we lost 11 players to the draft.
Ooh.
And, other seniors. And we used 3 quarterbacks last year. But that's whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You got to, you recruit but not many teams play with their third string quarterback and win games. You see teams like Maryland started up the year last year. They got hot. The people thought they were going to be good.
Yeah.
They beat Texas, and then they lost their 2 starting quarterbacks, and it was like, whoo, we're in trouble.
And like you said,
and that's what it went.
Kids are third string for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. It's like everybody don't have the third string 5-star. Like,
everybody ain't Ohio State, goddamn,
or
Florida State, Alabama.
Well, no, pretty much people are not Clemson, Alabama, and Ohio State, because more teams than not. And I think even Alabama, if they had to play their third string quarterback, I don't think they'd be that great. And most teams wouldn't be that good playing the third string quarterback.
We throw the Ohio State thing because of the championship year where it just so happened to work out like that. I'm not gonna call it luck. It was recruiting.
No, because Cardale Jones came in highly rated. He just wasn't as reliable as JT Barrett. JT Barrett got hurt, and Braxton Miller was hurt. And he already switched the receiver.
Shit just worked out.
Yeah,
it was all said and done. Yeah,
but every team is not going to be set up like that. It's only a few who can run like that. Who you can. This person get hurt, you lose this player. Okay, we just bring somebody else in. That's not a luxury for 95% of the teams. Most teams, you lose your star player or his backup, you're in a world of hurt.
Hell yeah.
It don't matter
what level of football you're
exactly.
playing.
So
Little League.
Other games and college that I'm looking forward to. What's going to be a good game which is crazy that they're playing first. Northwestern Purdue will be a good game.
It will be. Damn, that's early for that.
Yeah, that's kind of the new way people getting in.
That's true, and then they'll have a couple of softer games.
Yeah, then you play there, but they come
shit.
out. What it is. You start having to build your schedule. The Big Ten has always been traditional with non-conference conference schedule. Because the Big Ten play non-conference, so you play and you might get one good game in those non-conference games, but the other 2 you're playing Sisters of the Poor and Our Lady of the Lakes. That kind of shit.
Right.
And, so now, but if you start the season off with a conference game, that game is important. You worried about you going into that game all summer. This game is super important because, one, it's a conference opponent, but it's a division opponent.
Right.
So all week 1, you lose, you already looking up to somebody.
Right. Right. Hell yeah. And that's big. Well, and truth be told, they're 2 really good programs.
Northwestern is consistent. Like, for what Northwestern has to deal with,
exactly,
as far as being who they are, great, school requirements,
one of the toughest fucking academic schools in the world.
Yeah, they are what they are. And they've been winning 10 games a year and doing their thing. Purdue used to be dope when they had Joe Tiller, they had Drew Brees, and all these other players. Purdue go out there, throw the ball 60 times a game, put up a million points on you.
Yeah, that's true.
Purdue was a squad that you could never, sleep on.
Yeah, they fucking throw the ball over your head every day.
Now, they went through some lean years, which that's kind of the cycle of college football for the most part. Everybody, more often than not, especially if you got coaching changes and things of that nature, you go through some lean years.
Mm-hmm.
Most teams aren't immune to it. You get some who can kind of overcome it, and it just is what it is. Oh, let me see who else. My iPad went out.
Oh shit, that ain't cool.
Yeah, well, the Wi-Fi signal went out on it.
Now, even with that, I guess in the short sense.
Oh, okay. I know what other games
Go
you
ahead.
First week you got LSU, Miami this weekend. They're here.
I was about to ask you that too, and I'm glad you said that. I was wondering who was playing here.
Yeah, they're here, and
We're
then
used to
but then
that
that
now.
next week you got TCU and Ohio State in week 2.
TCU,
down here.
Ohio State. Oh,
Yeah,
without the coach though.
yeah. Without that's gonna be big.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge.
Let's see.
Okay,
Okay,
he's
so
out what 3 games of 3 games? Yeah,
Yeah.
3 games. Then he,
So yeah,
but he can go back to coaching.
He can be
and
back on the
practice.
sidelines after
after
September
game.
for like 3rd or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
You
He'll have that
got
first game.
UCF, UConn tomorrow. They kick off the games. Okay, that's just the top 20. All we care is about the top 25.
Keep your eyes on LSU.
I don't know. They got the transfer quarterback out of Ohio State, Joe Burrows, but LSU's problem has been their offense. Their defense will stay legit.
Yeah.
The problem is that you got Ed Ogeron, but now that he's the head coach, he can't get out and recruit like he did as an assistant coach because of restrictions on the head coach. So you see that difference. Like Ed Ogeron, probably one of the best recruiters ever in college football, but he can't get out like that. Other big games, you got Texas, Maryland on Saturday, Oregon State,
big,
OSU. That's not whatever. Auburn and Washington. That's gonna be the game.
That's gonna be a fun game to watch.
That's the game. They playing in Atlanta in the Chick-fil-A kickoff. That game will be good. If Washington can pull that win off, that's a big win for the Pac-12 because you know people don't really respect the Pac-12. You get that dub,
and then driving into Washington territory.
Washington can possibly use that momentum through the season. Once, like if they're in the position to possibly be in the playoff, that win will be one under their belt that they can get. Tennessee, West Virginia, where Virginia should win. Tennessee is rebuilding. They got a new coach, Justin. Jeremy Pruitt. He's been defensive coordinator at Alabama, at Georgia. So you know he's been out there. Louisville and Bama. That will be interesting because people want to see who's going to start. I think Tua Tagovailoa is going to start. You saw what he did in the national championship in one half of the national championship game. Jalen Hurts will probably play a max of 4 games because he's going to graduate in December. He can leave and still have 2 more years to play somewhere else. But it's going to be interesting to see how Saban kind of uses both of them.
It'll be Jalen, run the ball. That's what it's going to be.
Okay, LSU Miami is on Sunday. They're on Sunday, and then Monday is Virginia Tech, Florida State. So
hold on, which one Sunday? LSU TCU?
LSU Miami.
Oh, I'm sorry, LSU Miami.
Yeah, because it ain't no NFL games. That's why all the NFL games are going on tomorrow instead of Friday and Saturday.
Okay, I like how they work that out.
Because, you know, everybody knows the college football.
But they've been doing that the last few years.
It's the kickoff weekend for them.
They've been doing that the last few years.
You get a lot
you
of
ain't got to jam all the games in.
Right.
Nobody's really paying attention to that last preseason.
Because you know what happens
game,
is, exactly. Nobody's paying attention to preseason.
No, not
But
the
yeah,
last
like
one.
I say, Monday night is Virginia Tech, FSU, and 2 super even
That's
teams.
going to be fun as shit to watch.
You get DeAndre Francois coming back from the injury he had last year. New coach at Florida State, Willie Taggart. Virginia Tech, you know, they just remain consistent. Under Justin Fuente. It's Virginia Tech. They kind of do the same thing they did that they've been doing. They're always 9, 10, 11. They're
of course,
tough out, going into Lane Stadium. Well, their game is in FSU, but Virginia Tech is consistent. They never possibly going to win a championship, but they're always going to be in the mix, and they can cause upsets and F everything up.
Because at the worst, they stay between 10 and 15.
Right.
And that ain't this good-ass bowl game at the end of the day. They stay on that. So good. We got a couple great games to watch from Friday night on through Sunday.
Yep. And like I say, Saturday the primetime game is Louisville, Alabama, Michigan, Notre Dame. Sunday you got a primetime game. Monday you got a primetime game. So
who's the Monday game?
That's Virginia Tech, FSU.
Okay, that is Virginia Tech, FSU.
That's the Labor Day game. So remember, years ago, that game before Miami came to the ACC, that Labor Day game will often be Miami and Florida State because that was their rivalry game. You know, they're going to play each other every year regardless. So then once it became conference, people, you know, they kind of moved the game off of that. But I used to love that opening weekend in Miami and Florida State, and that's when Miami and Florida State was Miami and Florida State. You know, it was real. College football back, man. I'm happy.
Yeah, man.
Y'all Saturday between the hours of 6 and 10. I'm ghost because my TV will stay on NBC, will not change.
Motherfucking day.
Because all we worry about.
Maybe at night.
No, between that time, all I'm worried about is Michigan Notre Dame. I don't care what else going on.
Oh, well, of course. Yeah.
I might have my iPad on something, but
exactly.
the big screen, that boy going to be on Michigan Notre Dame. Michigan going to get the dub. Let's go.
Damn, it's going to be a good college football weekend. Man, keep y'all motherfucking TVs on. Get you something to eat real quick early in the morning. Cook something at the house. Grill if you need to. Don't go too far from a TV screen. A lot of great football.
You get a little break between the 4 o'clock games and that late Michigan game.
Yeah, you get two and a half hours.
Hit Wingstop.
Right.
Get your wings and stuff, Go refill on your liquor.
And go sit your ass
Yeah.
back down. Scalper Sports Report.
We
My
back.
man B. Simp. Phil Newkirk. My man Spider. Some Royce in the background. Man, we back like a motherfucker. We got Sherrod and Angie back in the studio real soon. Let's go for next week. Because we need Sherrod when it's the intro, outro on Scalpers.
Right.
We out. Peace.